this is G from Outlier Automation. We're here at the SJVMA Manufacturing Summit today. I'm here with Josh from Cencal CNC. Could you tell me a little bit about what your company does, and then maybe we can go into a little bit about some of the investment that you're telling me about?
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, my name's, like you said, Josh Wiebe with Cencal CNC. I'm the president and CEO. We're in Kingsburg, California, and we are a custom CNC machining and fabrication shop. So up to about 85 employees, 73,000 square feet, and almost 60 machines now. And we do
Holy cow.
yeah, wide, yeah, a lot of machines.
How do you keep track of all that?
Yeah, a lot of tracking there. But yeah, so we do a wide variety of parts. Boat parts, construction equipment, packaging equipment, different production facility equipment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I do automation, and I'm usually talking to people about how they can just like turn on a motor, and we call that automation. But like I think in CNC, it's kind of like already inherently automated, right, by definition.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So yeah, CNC, like you said, automated. So we still do have some manual machining in the shop, but most of our shop is CNC now. We do a wide range of quantities, from prototyping, low quantity, up to high volume, but our goal on the automation side is to always handle the part as little as possible. So we always say, as the less you can handle it, or the less operations, the less room for human error, right?
Okay, so then you kind of like thought, hey, we should probably do a little bit more. Is that like, how did you get to that as far as the reasons why you started to invest, and what did you invest in once it was past just a CNC machine?
Yeah, so I mean, labor costs is always something we're trying to keep down, and there are parts that can run more safely unattended that you definitely want to put a focus on automating those and optimizing your process to automate as much as you can.
Gotcha. When you said it could be more safe, like what does that mean? Does that mean like actually like the part won't fly out of the machine, or is it that like it's going to be the right quality that you're looking for?
More so the right fit. So like I'll give an example for our kind of our two main automated cells in our shop is the lasers. We have a 20 shelf tower for our two 6,000 watt and 10,000 watt fiber lasers. So that's an automated 20 shelf tower that grabs whatever material you schedule out, cuts it, and then sends it into the finished area. So that, as well as our horizontal milling cell, we have 4 identical horizontal mills hooked up to an auto loader with 24 pallets. So those will run lights out unattended, pull the parts off in the morning, and keep them running as close to 24 hours as we can.
Wow. So I know that's always like, I've heard that as an ideal of like being able to run lights out, and actually in custom equipment like we work on, which is not CNC, that's actually pretty difficult to do. What are some of the steps that you guys went through in like a project to actually get to that point? And when did you say like, hey, I think we're good to actually turn the lights out?
Most jobs that we run confidently lights out, we'll completely prove them out during the day, which means we'll make sure all the tolerances are staying intact during the day, tools aren't breaking regularly. I mean, that's kind of back to what you were saying about running a safe job.
Yeah.
Not so much safe as far as like hurting someone, and of course we focus on safety too, but in this context it's more about getting your speeds and feeds right to where you're not parts aren't going to move on you at night, your tolerances are going to stay intact, and your tooling is going to last all night.
You're going to get through the whole batch successfully, right?
So we do have some sensors on the machines where they sometimes can tell if a tool breaks, if there's a load spike. Sometimes they won't notice if a tool breaks.
Right.
And then you can imagine the chain reaction that happens if a tool breaks and then 5 more tools come in and try to go into a spot where they think there's no material.
So I'm hearing a lot of like potential planning and really understanding of the processes, which is kind of like what I feel like the workforce is going to anyways, right? Like even if we have automation, we need to understand how the equipment works, and those people are still involved.
Exactly, yeah. There's a lot of prep work and thought that goes into it. You know, fixture design, we'll spend a lot of time and effort designing fixtures to fit as many parts as possible and hold them really securely for an automated application, because you're not watching it the whole time.
Very cool. If someone was like looking to invest more into automation, whether it be CNC or other type of manufacturing, like what do you think your number one piece of advice would be in trying to start that process?
You have to have the right applications for it. I'll say that. I mean, we definitely grew into that, having the right, obviously higher volume is always better for automation.
Sure.
We still do a lot of, more onesie-twosie type jobs where you need a really solid machinist who's programming all day and running their parts all day attended.
Right.
Yeah, having the right applications for it, and then finding the right equipment for your application. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, that's actually interesting because I feel like a lot of people are like, come to me and be like, can a robot do this? It's like, yes, a robot could do this. Do you want to pay for the robot to do this? And you're actually going to like get something out of it. And I think that's like that's always like the part that people are still learning in the automation space.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about the investments that you made, and thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.